As a child, I always had a love for water parks. When I lived in Madison, my family and I would visit Mount Olympus Water Park in the Wisconsin Dells, and when we moved to North Carolina, we'd make occasional trips to Wet n Wild Emerald Point. My parents were quick to enroll me for swimming lessons at our local swimming pool, and when I moved to Lawrence, Kansas, I worked as a slide dispatcher for the city's pool downtown. To put it bluntly, water safety is something I'm well versed in. So, how well does Danger Rangers tackle the subject in their first actual episode? Originally airing on September 3rd, 2005, this is Waterworks. It's restocking day inside Danger Rangers HQ. Everyone is hard at work making sure everything's put away and accounted for. That's when Fallbot comes in with some old case files, which Sully suggests filing away in his memory before being shredded. As he openly wishes to go out on a mission with the rest of the team, we learned exactly why he's always been told to stay put.
I'd be real good on a case with you guys sometime. I'm versatile, and you know I'm practically indestructible.
And you're shredding my coat!
Huh?
The robot antics are put on hold when Savo Danger alerts the team to an ongoing threat at a water park in Cancun, Mexico.
Oh, Kitty, children at the world's largest waterslide park in Cancun, Mexico are in serious jeopardy. Dangers abound!
Because having this take place in New Jersey would have been a bit too on the nose. As the Rangers launch off in the hovercraft, a distraught Fallbot attempts to follow close behind, to no avail. Gabriella explains to Fallbot, and the viewers, that the Rangers are trained professionals, while Fallbot is not. Meanwhile, at the water park, we get to see just who is responsible for creating this mayhem: a lobster and a clam.
There's nothing in the world like Action Park.
Later on, the two chime in with their boss, an octopus named Octodon, revealing that they've acquired what they've been after: the park's water pump. Unfortunately for them, the Rangers are inbound. With the pump now in tow, the two nautical rapscallions head for the ocean, while the Rangers commence search and rescue.
Danger Rangers off the starboard bow! Dive! Dive!
It's bigger and better than ever. Something for everyone looking for fun. Get ready for the action.
At the world's largest participation park, where you and the rides become one. This week, come and share the experience together. You're just minutes away.
There's nothing in the world like Action Park.
Once the park has been stabilized, the owner of the park invites the Rangers to join his new initiative, Operation Global Swim, which would not only provide new swimming pools to be built all over the world, it would promote water safety as well. All of this is heard by Octodon on his personal yacht in Puerto Rico. This greatly concerns the octopus, as this sort of worldwide water safety check will threaten the construction of a new underwater secret base he's working on. What to do about this?
We'll ruin their reputations, and they'll be forced to hang up their leotards before they ever get to San Juan.
Taking over directing duties for this episode, and pretty much the rest of the series, barring one clip show, is John Kafka. Kafka's resume is one medium-sized grab bag of whatever, acting as a director for episodes of Dino Babies, Baby Blues, and, for whatever reason, Cinderella 2. The biggest spot on his career was as a sheet timer for 3 seasons of Rugrats. His most notable position post-Danger Rangers is as a director and executive producer for the animated series Action Dad.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
We rejoin the Rangers as they get ready to commence the first phase of Operation Global Swim, starting in London. It's during a news interview with Sully that we get our musical number for this episode. Everybody Be Water Safe.
Everywhere to swim and bathe and drink. Oceans, ponds, and rivers, lakes, your bathtub and your sink.
Man, you know, there's just something about Rob Paulson singing a Randy Rogel number that just clicks. This song is easily one of Rogel's best for the show, though it is dampened slightly by the singers. Rob Gray and Kevin are just chef's kiss, no notes. Jerry seems to know that he's not the best singer in the world, so he sings for the most part.
Water's cool!
Let's jump in the pool!
Come on, everybody, get wet!
Phrasing?
But Mark, buddy, I hate to say it, but I don't think singing in character as Bert is working out.
And when those waves come crashing down...
Don't be near them rocks.
As the song ends, we find ourselves back in the hovercraft, where, uh-oh, looks like Fallbot's stowed away. Uh-oh, Fallbot sees that lobster and clam are out and about. And, uh-oh, Fallbot thinks they're lost children. This can only end well.
Huh? Hey, you're not kids.
Let's hurry before they notice he's gone.
This better not awaken anything in me.
With Fallbot a little tied up at the moment, the two henchmen get to work sabotaging the pool, resulting in the pool being destroyed, the Rangers' reputation down the drain, and Fallbot stuck in the middle of it all.
You are always making excuses, Fallbot. You stowed away against Ranger rules. You had an accident and somehow destroyed the pool, and now you're trying to tell us it was someone else.
No. I mean, yes. Yes, it was. It was somebody else. It was a lobster and a clam, I tell ya.
Let's get this place cleaned up and get out of here.
On the ride back home, Kitty expresses remorse about them being overly hostile towards Fallbot.
Do you think we might have been a little hard on him, Sully? He was just trying to be a real danger ranger.
Well, you got it half right. He's a real danger.
It isn't until Sully intervenes that the robot suddenly remembers where he saw the lobster and clam before. In the old files he stored in his memory back at the start of the episode. One search through his memory later and everyone's finally on the same page.
Those are the guys who wrecked the pool.
Hey, that's Lobster Theodore and his sidekick Joey Clams.
They work for that 8-armed kingpin of slime,
Octodon.
Savo alerts the team to dangerous whirlpools and rip currents affecting San Juan, Octodon's last known whereabouts. With the local police notified, it's off to Puerto Rico to finally put this octopus behind bars.
What do you see, Squeaky?
Nothing.
What do you mean?
Aren't the X-ray goggles working?
They're working fine.
But you don't see anything inside the yacht?
Nope, because there's nothing to see. The yacht's a fake, a decoy. And it looks like our fishy friends are behind all these riptides.
Thanks to Bert's drill, the team are able to successfully flush the trio out from their hideout. With Octodon's plans thwarted, the trio attempt to make a getaway on a speedboat.
Get us out of here! Those guys are just asking for trouble riding in a boat without life vests.
Yeah, keep that up and they'll be sucking seaweed on the ocean floor.
Squeaky, they're aquatic animals. I don't think they need life vests.
They're still gaining on us! Oh well, time to lighten the load.
I see Sean Roche has good taste in references. With Theodore and Joey now in the Rangers' custody, all that's left is Octodon, who gets the upper hand by willingly driving through rough waters not even Sully and Kitty dare tread. Sully then decides it's time for their secret weapon.
Backup Ranger Fallbot reporting for duty, Sully. And this time, I'm Danger Ranger ready. I have an inflatable raft, sunscreen, snorkel fins, my diving watch, which is good to 100 feet. But I don't ever really want to go that deep without a diving buddy because you should always swim with someone. It's very important that...
eventually.
And so, the day is saved. Thanks to... Fallbot. Normally this would be where the episode ends, but because this is PBS and they're commercial free, this means they have about 4 extra minutes of runtime to burn through. So we get a little epilogue where Fallbot tries to prove he's ready to solidify his status as a Danger Ranger by going through a checklist of water safety tips that have been accumulating throughout the episode.
Never swim if you're too tired, too cold, had too much sun, and if you're too far from adults or safety. Or if you've been doing too much strenuous activity.
Ending with the reprisal of Everybody Be Water Safe, this time with John Cassier in the lead.
When you're out with lots of friends and you all go to the beach.
Don't go swimming way out far when no one else can reach. Last one in the pool's a rusty lug nut.
Alright, let's talk about Fallbot for a sec. I know Fallbot isn't going to be everyone's cup of tea. I know Fallbot doesn't actually grow some cojones until the unfinished second season. And yes, his shtick does get a bit annoying, but that's why Waterworks is the only non-clip show episode to focus heavily on him. It's the show's way of getting kids introduced to him before he mainly sticks to the sidelines and typically stays back at HQ. Yes, it sucks that we as the audience are the only ones that are able to connect the dots between Lobster Theodore and Joey Clams to Octodon. It sucks that the only other person that is able to isn't in the Rangers' good graces when he tries to explain himself. But what doesn't suck is the fact that Fallbot is easily able to convince them with his memory banks, and the Rangers instantly realize he's telling the truth. Also, the turnaround between them not believing him and actually believing him is relatively quick, so it's not like Fallbot has to convince them what's going on for most of the episode's runtime. Waterworks is a decent first episode to get the ball rolling for the show's move to a proper animated series. The plot of the Rangers having to salvage their reputation after a totally not their own fault mishap is interesting, considering they're seemingly known worldwide. The musical number, as stated before, is pure Rogel, sounding like something you'd hear from Hysteria. And really, who doesn't love a good chase sequence? If Spy Fox ever got an animated series, this particular episode comes the closest to being from said hypothetical show. On the downside, though, Commander Octodon is about as basic of a villain we could get for the start of the show's Rogues Gallery. He is a major case of show, don't tell. We're told just how vile and slimy he is as a villain, but we don't really get to see that in action. Most of the actions we see were done by Joey and Theodore, sure, but they were done on Octodon's orders. But for what? A new base of operations? The Wikipedia page and the Danger Rangers wiki claim his plan is to cause the oceans to rise, but at no point does he ever mention this in the episode. He's just trying to make a new underwater base. Unless this was something that got cut from an earlier draft of the script, then there must have been one confusing game of telephone somewhere. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. Next time, a notorious figure from Burbles past resurfaces. And is it wrong that I ship them?